Hi, I'm Lucas with PS Arts. Welcome to PS Arts To Go. In this video, we'll learn about Jean-Michel Basquiat and create our own self-portraits inspired by his unique style. Jean-Michel Basquiat was a New York-born artist who blended graffiti, street art, poetry, and sculpture to create very expressive works of art. Some of his best-known works are his self-portraits. He uses bold colors, bold lines, text, icons, or symbols to create meaning. By themselves, all these elements might seem simple, but when put together, each portrait creates a unique feeling or message or commentary on the world around us. Something else you might notice is that Basquiat's self-portraits are not physically realistic images, but they are symbolic. Today, we will be making our own symbolic self-portraits. To make our own Basquiat-inspired self-portraits, we'll need the following materials: black construction paper, crayons, tempera paint sticks, some paper, pencils, a glue stick, a pair of scissors, and our imaginations, and maybe a grown-up to help you. Now that we have all our materials, let's think about our self-portraits. What are some symbols or images that you feel represent you? What are some words you use to describe yourself? For example, I'm from San Diego, so I have this symbol in my self-portrait. I would use a wave or a palm tree. You can choose whatever colors or symbols or a word you like, as long as they feel true to who you are. So let's get started. Step 1. Choose 2 to 3 colors of tempera sticks. I'm going to use this blue, this pink, and let's do this green. So when you have your 2 to 3 colors of tempera paint sticks, create blocks or blobs of color for your background. Afterwards, give it some time to dry. Alright, I have just finished up my background. This is a little bit what mine looks like, but whatever your process is, whatever your artistic heart is telling you, that is absolutely okay. Step 2. Use a pencil and a piece of scrap paper to write down the text you want to include in your self-portrait. You can write your name, where you're from, a street name maybe, something or someone that you care about or love, or anything else that you want to include. So I will write sun, beach, trees, sand. These are just some examples. Where I grew up, there are a lot of sun, trees, beach, and sand, so I think that's what I'll go with today. Once you've done this, you can take the scissors and cut or tear out the words from the scrap paper, and then you can glue them to your background once it is completely dry. Step 3. Draw your portrait. Use a Sharpie or a paint pen or crayons. I'm going to be using crayons this time around. And yeah, use whatever you have to draw your face, a skull, or anything that you feel represents you. I think I'm going to use this yellow crayon to start with my portrait. Maybe I'll throw a little green in there. Alright, I have done my portrait. It's this fella right here. I was just kind of following with where my imagination was taking me. So, as you're working on your portrait, wherever your artistic inspiration leads you, that's awesome. Step 4. Add some motifs or extra symbols that represent something personal to you. These could be things you love or activities you enjoy doing, or maybe they represent a favorite memory. You can be inspired by some of Jean-Michel Basquiat's motifs like block teeth, crowns, or crossed out words. Let's see. The symbols I added are just some extra little flowers around the page. I love a nice floral vibe, so that's what spoke to me in the moment. Whatever you decide to add, whatever symbols or words you'd like to add, that's great. So use your imagination and explore. Step 5. For this last step, add some emphasis to your self-portraits. Maybe you want to highlight words and cross others out. Maybe you want to outline something with color. I guess add, emphasize, Alright, I added some other emphasis to my piece. I took the paint sticks and some of the crayons and accentuated some of the features on my portrait a little bit. I also explored crossing some of the words out just to kind of see what it looked like. So that is how my portrait turned out. Again, whatever yours turns out to be, as long as your imagination is running free, it is absolutely wonderful. Thanks for joining me today, and remember, you have the freedom to imagine and the power to create.